Hi everyone, PattayaOwl here in a living room, 27 degrees. Got the towel on hand to keep cool. Hope you're all well. TMI San Diego. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Ian, all right, Owl, how you doing? Welcome. Brandon Sparks, hey Mark, welcome to the live stream. Bit of a last minute live stream. Just thought, you know what, I've done a bit of gardening today, I think I'll jump on. And I think this is the first live stream since booking the trip to Pattaya. Gavin, hello Owl, on a Friday afternoon. Hello mate. Tony Travels, get a cold beer. Open fella, happy Friday. Welcome to the live stream, Tony. John K, raining cats and dogs tonight in Pattaya, so you might get a few on. Well, that'd be great if we get a few on today. I have spent most of the day cutting my hedge, doing a bit of gardening, actually a bit of exercise. In the heat, 27, 30 degrees, proper summer has arrived. Ian says Salford is hotter than Soy 6. Brandon, Vegas next week, then I can plan the Pattaya trip. Cool. ACP, how you doing, mate? Congrats on booking your trip. Well, that's true. This is the first live show since booking the next trip to Pattaya. And that will be October, counting down the days. I'm having a cup of tea here because I've been told having a cup of tea can actually cool you down. Is that a lot of rubbish? Let me know in the comments. Does it actually cool you down, or am I making myself even hotter than I need to be? If you've just joined the live stream, if you can hit the like button, that will help the owl algorithm. And who knows, we might even get over 100 people. Our record is 172 in Pattaya on a live stream on a Saturday. Minnie Cooper is in the house. Hello, Minnie Cooper. She says, hello, Mr. Owl. Hope you are well. Yes, I'm doing all right. How are you? What time is it in Pattaya, Minnie? Guideline 7's in the house. Watching there from Germany. Welcome, mate. Gavin's asking, am I in Pattaya for Halloween? I'm not actually, no. So it will be the start of October. It'll be a 2-week trip and it'll be at the start of October. So by the time we get to the end, Halloween, I won't be in Pattaya. I was thinking, why don't you have a PattayaOwl GoFundMe? Maybe we'll all give you a quid so you can book your trip sooner. Michael Davis, hi buddy, hope all is good with you. Yeah, all good mate, all good. Just thought I'd jump on. I've been gardening today and it is the first live stream since I booked the trip to Pattaya, so I thought I'd say hello to you all. But I've got the doors open, I've got the towel for the sweat. Minnie, it is 2 minutes past, or 3 minutes past, in the evening. Of course it is. Of course it's in the evening. Oh, imagine being in Pattaya now at 3 minutes past 11 in the evening with the whole night ahead of you. Where are you going to go? Are you working, Minnie? What are you up to? Drew, do you have your countdown to Pattaya started? Yes, mate. In fact, let's do a little Google to see roughly how many. We'll go with weeks. How many weeks? So it's around 14 weeks. until my next trip to Pattaya. How many days? Around 100 days. Around 100 days until the owl returns to Pattaya. As a 2-week millionaire, no holding back, easy for me to say, out every night, partying, enjoying Pattaya for everything it's got to offer, and meeting all the people I can't wait to meet again. And it'll be good to have a beer Mini Cooper when I'm over there. Kyle is in the house. I'd be chilling in Myth Night, never been there, mate, making way to LK shortly. The good thing about LK Metro is you can pretty much rack up whenever you want. You can go there for breakfast. You can have afternoon drinks. I think they do an offer on a Time Bar, for example. And then, of course, you can go anytime in the evening. You could either rack up there at midnight on LK Metro, even later. 2 in the morning, I think, I've arrived in LK Metro. Yeah, Minnie, if you want to mention the bar on here, I will say, yeah, go and have a beer at that place. Absolutely. You're always working hard. Drew, looking forward to your videos. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. I can't wait to vlog in Pattaya again. Who would have thought I'd need a towel to wipe the sweat off my face here in England? But it's true. It's a scorcher. It's red hot. And unlike Thailand, I haven't got air conditioning. Because sometimes, as you guys know, I used to do live streams from Robin Hood Tavern or Starbucks on the Avenue. And they used to be really well air-conned. Chelsea Boy is in the house. Oi, oi, Mark. Cheers, Chelsea Boy. Nice one, pal. How you doing, buddy? It was a pleasure to meet you in Pratumnak, and thank you again for the beer, mate, that night. Much appreciated. I never forget when someone buys me a drink. Gavin, 192 days to wait until I'm in the best city on earth. I think you may have mentioned, Gavin. Are you there roughly the same time as me then in October? Sorry if you've already mentioned it, but... Toby Price, it's pissing down in Chonburi tonight. See, whatever the weather is in Pattaya, you can still go out and have a good time, can't you? Unless it's obviously severe weather and, you know, floods and stuff, but... Simon, in Pattaya now, and it's lightning like mad, but no rain. Oof, maybe the rain will come later, mate. I don't know. Hopefully not. So, there's been a couple of vlogs out recently on my decision to make a return to Pattaya. I'm coming back. I always said I'd be back. Didn't know when it would be. And I'm going to be squeezing in a 2-week holiday in October. So the next official meetup night at the Cave in Tree Town will be Friday, the 3rd of October at 8 p.m. And I must remember to message Rinda, who is the bar manager, just so she can get ready for us. Because we have been known to fill the Cave. I don't know how it'll work with being the first meet-up night back, because it helps when you build up a momentum week after week, but who knows, we might fill the Cave. Or we might just get me sat there, but that's all right. At least I can have a few singers. Kyle, mate, yeah, no longer in Manchester. I've moved further north and east, really. It's kind of Lincolnshire area now, mate. Gavin, no, mate, I'm there in a few years. Eve. Oh, right, okay, Gavin, no, mate, I'm there for New Year's Eve. 2-week millionaire. Fair enough, mate. Scott's in the house. The fan is on. hot northwest UK. Ryan, hello from Alaska. Hello, mate. And this is the thing with these live streams. We get people from all over the place. We've got people from Pattaya, Australia, New Zealand, England, Wales, Scotland, America, everywhere in between. Hello from Alaska. Glad to see you making it back to Pattaya. I'll be back in Pattaya in November. Can't wait. Yeah, I am really excited to go back to Pattaya. I mean, I didn't think I could do it this year because I've already been to Pattaya for, well, I was there in January starting the channel, and then I was there in March right through to May, a couple of months out there with the intention of trying to stay out there longer, but spending too much, lack of discipline. It was only going one way. You know, the deficit every month of £2,700 was only going to end in the owl running out of pennies completely. So I wasn't expecting to be making a return back, but you know what? October is still it's the right amount of distance away to save a few pennies and it not be too far away, that it's, you know, too long of a wait. So October works. It's good. I did have a look for August, but the flights are just ridiculous. Michael Davis, I will be at the first meetup. I'll miss being to them all. Michael Davis, I will be at the first meetup. Is that the case, mate? Are you there for the 3rd? I can't remember what you said on your WhatsApp. I thought you were coming for the one on the 10th, but to be fair to you, Michael, mate, you have pretty much been to every single meetup. So yeah, nice one, mate. Just let me know which one you can come to. You have put it on a WhatsApp, but Scott, where you getting your football shirts, bud? I bought them all from Pattaya in Mike's shopping mall. And basically, at the exit towards Beach Road, yeah, in that middle aisle, bloody hell, it's warm. In that middle aisle, you've got the ladies, and it's around $450 to $500 baht per shirt, and they're great. I mean, this has been washed a few times. The quality is still really good. There's no wear and tear or anything. So if you're after a football shirt, get yourself to Mike's shopping mall. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been before. I love it. I prefer it over the Night Bazaar, and I prefer it over Terminal 21 by far. It's just a great place. The badge looks amazing. Yeah, it is. It's a really good quality t-shirt, football shirt. Gavin, which bar does Minnie work at, Owl? I'll let Minnie put that on here. If she wants to promote the bar, I will let Minnie do it. You will all know the bar, but I don't want to do it without the owner's consent. But I'm sure if Minnie wants to promote the bar, she's not the owner of the bar, then she'll put it on here. And Minnie's lovely, and she works in the bar. And it's a popular bar. It is a popular bar. It doesn't need the Owl's promotion, but it was Minnie who suggested mentioning the bar on here. So we'll Ryan, I was there last November for a month. Yes, I spent a bunch over budget, haha, but you only live once, you do. But if you're out there living, you want to try and live as long as you can, but it's easier said than done. And as I always say, a big respect to everybody that can live in Pattaya. Living on savings is, in my opinion, not doable. You know, if you've got 50 grand in the bank, that 50 grand is not going to be 50 grand for long. But if you're smart, like a lot of other YouTubers and people living in Pattaya are, they've got income streams, you know, pensions, investments, rental income, all sorts of goodies. And that's how you can sustain it. James, hello, Mr. Owl. Hello, mate. Greetings from Rawai, Phuket. YouTube just shared your channel with me this week. Enjoyed your videos. I was curious what you ever... Yeah, very much in kind of retail, mate. And welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for coming along. And if you have subscribed, brilliant. The subscribers is climbing. It would be amazing if we could get to 4,000 subscribers before the next trip to Pattaya. It really would. I'll try and catch up with all the comments. Michael Davis, that's what I was saying, mate. Third will be the first one I miss. I thought so, mate, because you did say that you'll be coming on the 10th. I thought so, but it's really hot in here. But yeah, fair play, mate. That will be the first one you miss, but I'll have a beer for you, mate, and at least you'll be there on the 10th of October. Because, of course, there'll be 2 meetup nights in Pattaya in October, the 3rd and the 10th. Scott, I'm definitely going to have a look. Big sizes, yeah. So for me, who's a pretty big chap, or fat, 4XL I've had to go for. Scouser in Thailand, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for the WhatsApp message, really appreciate it. Obviously, I don't have thousands of subscribers, not important enough. Not the case, mate. Welcome to the live stream. Mini Cooper, yes. Hookup Corner is where Mini wants customers to go. So if you're in Pattaya tonight, what time are you open till, Mini? Mini is the cashier at Hookup Corner. She's lovely, really friendly. And she's asked to give a shout out to Hookup Corner. And she's asked for customers to go your way. So if you're in Pattaya, you're near Soy 7, just at the top, you've got Hookup Corner. And I will definitely have a couple of beers with you, Minnie, when I'm back in Pattaya. Annoyingly, I miss you by 4 weeks. That's Achida. First time in November. Well, your first time in Pattaya, obviously focus on that. You'll have a great time and jump on a live stream after you've had your first time in Pattaya and let us know how you got on. It's a shame you're not there in October, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. You're still going to have a great time without one of our meetup nights. It'll be fine. James, where is the owl t-shirt merchandise? I'm sure people would buy one. Well, it's interesting you say that, right? So there is the owl shop and no one's ever bought anything, and I don't particularly take it seriously. I don't take any of it seriously, you know, I just do it because I enjoy it. But YouTube lets you create a bit of a YouTube shop, which I've done. But I think, you know, I could really put my mind to it and come up with an owl t-shirt, but I'm just not got the time at the minute. But there is a whole shop, and what they've done is transferred the PattayaOwl logo onto loads of different products, including aprons, as if you'd want one of them, caps. I mean, the caps are pretty cool. So it's up to you. But yeah, they could definitely be better designed PattayaOwl shirts, maybe like the owl and this, but I just haven't got the time. And there isn't the revenue in it, you know. There's not many people who would want a PattayaOwl piece of clothing. I mean, they don't mind watching the channel and subscribing, but, you know, there needs to be a high demand. But the shop's there if you want to pop on. I think if you buy some, I don't know, say you bought a cat for 20 quid or whatever they are, I don't know. I think I'd probably get a few quid and then they keep the rest. So, but no one's ever ordered anything off the shop, apart from myself, I think. Gavin, I've just put the lottery on, so might be in Pattaya on Monday. Well, fingers crossed for you, mate. If you win the lottery, you will be straight to Pattaya. Cool. Terry, welcome to the live stream. I wonder how many people actually get on this live stream. It's a last minute one. It's a Friday. We don't normally do a Friday. If you hit the like button, that will help the algorithm. And the more people who hit the like button and comment on the live stream, it'll put us higher up. And we'll get new people who have not even been on it before. Terry, unfortunately, I'll miss the meetups, not going till November. Yeah, it is what it is, mate. I mean, I'll try and do some kind of... There'll be loads of vlogs and live streams and everything, so you won't be missing much. I'm not going to film the meetup nights, because I know from experience, I think we had 22 people on the last meetup night. Not everybody wants to be filmed, so I'm not going to put anybody in that position. There won't be any filming of the meetup night. So the only way to enjoy a meetup night is just to try and get out there in the first couple of weeks in October. Scott, I've not asked at Sports Shop, but other shops in there did have any size. I tried to XL, more like a large. Oh, what I know is the sizes of the shirts in Pattaya, mate, are just different than the standard UK ones. So I'm an XL normally on a shirt, Scott, but in Pattaya it is a 4XL football shirt. So similar to when you buy motorcycle gear, it's just completely way off the scale. James, have you considered going down the digital Gonad route? I started in CM back in 2016. And the cities. No, mate, I haven't. No. Mini Cooper open 2:30 p.m. until 2 a.m. and that's Hookup Corner on Soy 7. And Mini's working there tonight. And is there an incentive there, Mini Cooper? Should they say the Owls invited or recommended that they go there tonight? But you've still got a few hours because it's open till 2 a.m. And I'm not on commission for Hookup Corner, so I have had a few beers in there. In fact, my first night on my attempted move to Pattaya, I was sat in Hookup Corner having a few beers. It's a nice bar. It's on the corner. You can get to Soy New Plaza quite easily, which links onto Soy Bacau. You can go down onto Beach Road. It's great. It's really good. Big Phil's in the house. Hello, people. Just got in. Hello, mate. Welcome to the live stream. How's the heat? Yeah, it's really warm. Yeah, really warm in England today. I've been doing a bit of gardening and a bit of the boring housework stuff, but it's definitely sun cream material. It's sunny. It's hot. And hence the towel, in case I get a sweat on. Yeah, good luck with the shirt, Scott. I mean, to be fair, if you do buy a shirt from Mike's Shopping Mall, then, you know, they're not difficult. You can try it on there and then, if you like. If you have to return it and swap it for another size, I've had to do that before. They've got no issues with that. Asian size are generally 2 or 3 times smaller. Ray's in the house. Good to hear you, Mark, on Friday. Just chilling at home with a fan on. It's so hot. Well, this is it, because we've not got aircon like we have in Thailand in every single place. Certainly not got aircon in my living room like I did have it in the condo in Pratumnak. And it doesn't really justify one, because we don't get this temperature for very long, do we, in England? So to spend £200 or £300 on an aircon unit when we might only get a few days a year isn't really worth it. So, just while I'm catching up with all the comments, anybody on the live stream going to be in Pattaya in October? Drop it in the comments. Who's going to make it to the first meetup night on the 3rd of October at the Cave? I know I've had plenty of emails and I've had a few messages to say you're coming. But yeah, let me know on here. Or maybe you don't know yet. Maybe you've not got the trip booked. But it will be great to see you all. Can we fill the cave? Reg Viewer, hi Mark, hope it's another great trip in October. Are you the kind of troubleshoot in your work? Could I imagine you being hard to sort up? Oh, well, thank you, Reg Review. I do like to troubleshoot and work out when I can next get to Pattaya. I mean, that is definitely a problem well worth fixing. You know, when can I afford to go? When can I get the time off work? Let's try and fix that problem. And I was able to do it. and I can't wait. And of course, I'm flying direct. I'm going against things I've said before. You know, I've bigged up Emirates, I've bigged up the connecting flight in Dubai. It's amazing, world class. But when Thai Airways offer you a direct flight from Heathrow for £660, why would you even consider looking at another one? It's always been the case. Thai Airways has been a couple of £100 more expensive than that connecting flight. So they offered it and I took it. £660 for a direct flight with Thai Airways. That is economy. I'll have to bear it. Big Phil, what's your favourite drink? What's your fav drinking time in Pat's day or night? We had this question, mate, on the last one. It's a good question. I do love daytime drinking, but it has to be nighttime in Pattaya. When the sun goes down in Pattaya, the streets light up, and the daytime will never compare to nighttime in Pattaya. But don't get me wrong, I do like having a couple of afternoon drinks sat on soy bacao, maybe in the marquee bar, something like that. And you can get cheap prices through the day in Pattaya for beer, can't you? That little bar, what's that little bar called on the corner where you've got Soy Lenki, Soy Pottle, the Subway on the corner of Soy Diana? That little corner bar, great for people watching. And you can get either, I don't know if it's buy one, get one free, or it's 55 baht for a singer, which is amazing. Or it was back in 2023. Well, Scott, I think you're doing a bit of a copy and paste with the whole shirt thing. I'm sure you'll be sound, mate. As soon as you get that size right with that shopping mall, then just buy 5 or 6 of them. It's peanuts. I mean, you could buy 6 shirts for like £60. You'd pay that for 1 shirt in England. Alchemist, in to hit the like. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it if you could hit the like button. What vlogs would you like to see, by the way? I've got nothing in the pipeline at the moment. Drop it in the comments. What would you like to see? I've kind of given up on the idea of going all the way around the different cities in England. I just, it just doesn't, it doesn't do it. It doesn't do it for me. But I did the vlog in Nottingham, that did all right. But yeah, what kind of topics do you want? Do you want one on the booking of hotels? Because that is my next step. I'm going to be booking the hotels for my next trip to Pattaya. So let me know if you want a vlog on that. Drop it in the comments. If you've got any recommendations for vlogs on the channel, then yeah, put them there. Trevor, hi Mr. Owl, just had a bit of a storm in Pattaya, so gone into cloud 9 or Soy Bacao, but still hot. Rainy in Jomtien. Bit of a weather update on this live stream. Weather update in Pattaya. Tony Travels trip book for the new year, January the 3rd. I will be in Pattaya, Celtic Supporters Club #1 in the Rock House on LK Metro for the Huns game. Well, there's a very high chance I will be in Pattaya in January as well. I think we've got a idiot in the house. Let me just get rid of him. So there we go. Just got rid of the first idiot of the day. And, 1 idiot out of 75 isn't bad. That idiot has gone. I don't know why some people feel the need just to jump on a live stream, on our live stream, and drop stupid comments. So anyway, for the people that are on the live stream, if you can hit the like button, that will really help the algorithm. So yeah, back in October in Pattaya for a 2-week holiday, and then I'm aiming to make a return in January as well. And I'm going to try and get out a couple of times a year to Pattaya. And obviously when I'm not in Pattaya, I'm earning, I'm working, and that is making the trips possible. Whereas if I stayed in Pattaya, because I heard someone say the other day they don't know why PattayaOwl went home. Well, I went home. I thought I made it pretty clear why I went home. I was spending way too much money. I wasn't earning enough on YouTube. I didn't fully prepare, really. And the deficit was £2,700 a month. Yes, I could have spent less. Yes, I could have tried to stay in more, but still it would have been a couple of grand short every month. In my opinion, you need £3,000 a month to be very comfortable in Pattaya, and I wasn't earning that. So rather than wait to 8-9 month point where there's no money left and I'm in trouble, I bailed out after a couple of months to regroup, recover, and then tweak the plan, which is to get out a couple of times a year, and that is the plan at the minute. And it's good for the channel, because obviously what wouldn't have been good for the channel is that I don't return to Pattaya, and that's certainly not happening. The other things that would get in the way of that would be health and lack of money, I guess. But right, where are we up to with the comments? James Wallace, moving up from Phuket to Bangkok in October. Nice one, mate. Haven't been to Pattaya since last December, when I did an early morning 10-mile run from Pratumnak to Jomtien. Then all the way up. I'd say it's a great connecting beach road, isn't it? From the bottom of Soi 5 in Pratumnak to Jomtien. Really good connecting beach road. You can walk it, you can scooter it, you can keep away from all the busy roads and just go on that little cut through. And a lot of you guys will know what I mean. If you don't, if you're in Pratumnak, you've got Bentley's Bar, which is worth a visit, but at the bottom of Soi 5 is the cut through where you can take a left, follow the beach road, and it brings you out to Jomtien Beach. Big Phil, there are stalls in Bacau Market with shirts up. Cool. I've never bought a football shirt from Soi Bacau Market, mate. I have bought lots of other shirts from Soi Bacau Market, and I think there was like 100 baht per shirt. Pretty cheap, but not as good quality as the Mike's Shopping Mall shirts. Gavin, Owl, what will be your first meal in Pattaya? I'm going to guess a pad kapow. The first meal will depend when I arrive. So from memory, I think I'll land around about 9 in the morning in Bangkok. So depending what I've had on the plane, I've then got an hour and a half journey into Pattaya. It's probably going to be lunch. I'm going to get myself to Eat Street. So you're not far wrong, actually, mate. In fact, I'll probably get a chicken pad thai and a pork kapow, a double up on the food for the first meal. And the great thing is they're only 60 baht, roughly 60, 70 baht each, and that's at Eat Street in the Avenue. James says, do a series called The Owl Meets, and the interview characters of Pattaya. Interesting you say that, James. Interesting you say that, because I thought, and I've seen other YouTubers do this, where they create a vlog. It's like a bit of an interview, split screen. It's definitely of interest. It's definitely of interest. There's definitely more. How many more times can I say definitely? There we go. More I can be doing. I mean, there's a lot of build-up vlogs to my next trip around hotels and bars and everything, but there's definitely some I could do with other YouTubers, maybe the ones that are in Pattaya at the minute. So a little shout out to any YouTubers in Pattaya who want to do a little bit of a, it's not a podcast, is it? It's like a joint screen interview vlog. I don't know how it would work. I'm not a super tech owl, to be honest, but I quite like the idea of having a chat with another YouTuber about Pattaya. Scott, large bottles on the cheap all day. I've been going for 30 years, my mate called. Fair enough, that is cheap, mate. Thanks for that, Scott. Cheap bars. Nicholas is in the house. PattayaOwl. Welcome to the live stream. James says it's raining in Phuket. You know what? I've never been Phuket. Is it worth a visit? I've heard it's expensive. You know, once you're in Pattaya, do you really need to be going to Phuket? Is it one of them when you're there, you're just thinking about getting back to Pattaya? Temple of Truth is next level. Yeah, I've not done that yet. I think I probably should. I won't be vlogging it, but I think I should. Big Phil, will you be in one hotel for the full trip, or try different places? Great question again, mate. And if you have any questions like this, drop them on the live stream now. The more questions you ask, the more comments, the more likes, the more people we can get on. And who knows if we can get to triple figures. That is the target for this live stream. Can we get over 100 people? So it's a good question, and I'm going to be making a vlog very soon on the hotels. And I'm seriously considering doing a different hotel every night for the whole trip. Let me know in the comments. So one question for you all. Let's do our first poll of the day. Should PattayaOwl have a different hotel for every single night? So it might be 12 to, how many nights will it be? 12 to 13 nights, I can't work it out. Or should I just stay in one place? So multiple hotels or same place. They're the choices. Let me know in the comments. Let's see what the majority of people say on the PattayaOwl poll, which we enjoyed on the last stream. And if you've got any questions you want me to put to a live stream poll, also put them in the comments. I'm catching up with the comments. And I just got rid of another idiot. Another idiot has been removed from the live stream. The sad, sad bastard. They must sit in a dark, dark, miserable, depressing room. They've never been to Pattaya in their life, and they want to come onto a live stream and say stupid things. Well, goodbye, idiot. Scott said, beach road bars, daytime, better views. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. And of course, one of the oldest bars in Pattaya is on Beach Road. Just left out of Mike's shopping mall, it is. Ooh, let's see if we can keep up with these comments on the laptop. You should do interview with Pattaya characters from the UK. Keep your channel relevant. I live in South Phuket, away from great location. I believe fitness tourism is a thing. Cheers for sharing all this, James. It's great to have you on the live stream, dropping all these comments today, mate. And it's all interesting stuff. ACP or AC Pats and Lides. I think that would be a ball ache. Changing, maybe at least change every 2 nights. Right, so interesting. We're up to that point now where we're going to get what people think. Should the owl change every night or stay in, stay in one place? So we've got Ball Lake, Mary and Jimbo, Mobility Scooter Travels. Welcome to the live stream. No, the hardest thing to do is to find 3 important things: good Wi-Fi, comfy bed, and good aircon, in my personal opinion. Yeah, and the thing is, from a vlogging point of view, there's obviously massive, massive benefits to staying somewhere different every night, because every hotel I go to is the start or an end of a vlog. Like I did when I first started the channel back in January, is I change the hotel every day. I therefore get to show you a different hotel pretty much every day. And it works quite well. So that's all what I'm thinking. I think if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would just book one place and keep it as easy, as simple as possible. But having a YouTube channel, there's definite benefits. Russ, that's a lot of packing and unpacking. I don't actually take a lot to Pattaya. I've got to admit, I do not take a lot to Pattaya. Just one light case with a few t-shirts and shorts. I don't really wear socks. You agree it would make better video, but all that moving isn't. Yeah, and it's interesting to see what you're saying. I get that, but it's only a little suitcase. I'm going to be walking down filming Soy Bacau anyway, and then I know where pretty much all the hotels I would stay are. So we'll have to see on that one. Let's see what the rest of you say. Unless you're travelling super light, no luggage. Definitely travelling super light with a small case. So I'm definitely not dragging around a big, heavy case. Reg Viewer, stressful changing hotels all the time. Teapot69, welcome to the live stream, mate. Changing hotel every day will be a nightmare. You need to get settled. Andy C, hi Owl, Phuket, worth a visit sometime. Visit Temple of Truth, only 5 minutes in a cab. Thank you, mate. Let's just make sure that's all right there. Moving hotel is good content, but you'll be putting in the hours packing and unpacking. James says, don't do 12 hotels, it will annoy you having to move. Maybe do 2 hotels, but then if you want more hotel content, just ask to look around the rooms. And to be fair, so first trip in January, multiple hotels, and it worked. When I went there on the attempted move, obviously I had my own condo in Cozy Beach, Pratumnak. I did actually go into the individual hotels and asked to see the room. So it's not about getting access to a hotel, I can get that. It's just I can show you a room that I'm actually staying in. I'm not precious either way, and I've not actually decided if I'm going to stay in multiple hotels or just the one just yet. Tony Travels, stay in one place or have a maximum of 3, or else you will be pissing around waiting on check-in every day, just wasting hours of your time. Wow. Fair play, Tony, mate. Yeah, a bit more pissing around. I kind of agree. Scott, you will be able to relax moving hotels daily out by 12 and wait 3 hours until you get in the room at 3 p.m. What I used to do is check out around about 12 o'clock, go for a massage, do the other stuff I was doing a vlog, and then into the next one, into the next hotel. Scott says, travel light if you do. Andy C, stay in one hotel, get out and visit different places would be more interesting. Mixed views then. Gavin, the penthouse hotel you reviewed looked very quirky indeed. Yes, I mean, I won't be staying there again, mate. It's a bit, it is quirky. I'm glad I've done a vlog on it, but it's, if you're after a good night's sleep, then I don't know. I'll let you make your own mind up on that one. Steve, good groove, welcome to the live stream, mate. Hi, mate, I'm back in Pattaya, 23rd of September till 10th of October. We will have to meet up for a bit. Absolutely, mate. So in that period of time, there will be a couple of meetups, so the 3rd and the 10th. First one being the 3rd of October, 8 p.m. at the Cave. Yeah, come and have a beer there, mate. John K, sounds like a terrible idea. Maybe just do 2 or 3 hotels max. Fair enough. See, this is why I like putting a question like this out to you guys, because you all have different opinions. It's kind of a mixed bag. So a lot of you are saying it'd be a bit of a ball ache. Milkshakes in the house, you all right, mate? Yeah, very good, thank you, mate. All good. Steve K, I'm going to Pattaya on Halloween. Nice one. Steve K, remind me, mate, are you the Candy Club chap? We have had a beer in Pratumnak. I think I'm getting confused with my Steves, mate. It's, Big Phil, I flew light last trip, no checked in luggage, so I had a flight bag and a travel bag on split flight and found it awkward keeping my luggage with me all the time. Interesting. Yeah, so on previous trips, I've kind of taken one or two suitcases, checked one in and had one on me. I think it's probably better just to have the one, keep it on you, so when you get to the airport, you can literally just off you go. It has to be a small kind of cabin suitcase, but the benefit is as soon as you get through immigration, you can go and you're not waiting around. But to be fair to Bangkok Airport, I've never actually waited long for a suitcase. Yeah, I've not had to wait long for a suitcase anyway. And it gives you a little bit of time to get your SIM card. Paul ABC, COVID going around like wildfire in Pattaya at the minute. I'm here now and couldn't get on my flight. Oh, really? Sorry to hear that, mate. That's shit, isn't it? Andy C, if you stay in more than one hotel, do you pre-book that or just turn up? So what I do is I can book through booking.com. Booking.com with free cancellation has found always worked for me. So I could book a hotel for say the 12, 13 nights or a different one each night with free cancellation. So if anything dramatic was to happen and I had to cancel the trip, then at least I wouldn't lose money financially. That's the organised way of doing it, and that's what I might do. I don't have to do that in Pattaya. You guys know you can literally just rack up. But there's a good chance of getting a better deal, in my opinion, if you can get yourself on booking.com now and book the hotels for October. But I don't think it'd be too much of an issue, just walking in and getting a room. It's not like it'll be December, which was an absolute ball ache to get a hotel room, because it's busy, isn't it? And the flight I paid 1,800 for back in December 2023, that same flight is only costing me £660 this time going in October. Ken, this is by no means criticism of you, but you must have known your daily week above budget before you went. I know if I had... No, Ken, no, I didn't really go into too much detail. I didn't really know how much I'd be spending. I didn't know how I would cope with the temptation of all the bars and the fun and the entertainment. And also I had no idea what I was going to earn on YouTube. And as much as I'm grateful for the £1,000 a month, I had no idea if it was going to be 2,500, 3,000 income. So no regrets, went out there and loved every minute of the 2 months that I was over there this year. But you have to get a lot of views on YouTube to make any sort of decent money. Milkshake, I will be living in Pattaya. Nice one, mate. Scott, what airline did you go for this time? Thai Airways. Stephen, hi, Owl, Travel Light. I normally buy stuff on there, out there. There is so cheap. Leave the clothes in the hotel. Well, that's one way. You definitely don't have to take a lot of clothes, and you can buy stuff out there. I do like to bring it back with me though, rather than leaving it in a hotel. But each to their own. I get your point. You don't have to. I mean, I've seen some people arrive in Pattaya with the biggest, most ridiculous suitcase I've ever seen in my life, and I think it's unnecessary. What else do you need apart from a few t-shirts, shorts? Like, you're not going to take your toiletries with you. You know, underwear and socks, you don't need them. So a pair of trainers, which you'll have on you. So literally in my suitcase is probably condoms and shorts and t-shirt. It's that light, I could just wave it about. And that's the way it needs to be. Andy C, you've done well getting that price. Thank you, mate. I have done well there. And I just... The way I did it is I went against the way I normally do it. So I went to Skyscanner rather than going to Emirates Direct. And then Skyscanner gave me the price, went down the list, saw a name that I was comfortable with, which was booking.com. Then I clicked on the link and it took me to the payment, because Skyscanner recommends a few companies, doesn't it? And it was even cheaper than 660, but I just never heard of some of the companies. I think some were around 640, but with a company I've never heard of, whereas booking.com, I was comfortable with that, so I went with 660 via booking.com. And it just shows Skyscanner do get some deals, because I went onto booking.com to try and get the same flight and it was more expensive than the Skyscanner offer. So yeah, I got lucky, but I'm well happy with the deal. Big Phil, great point, Andy C. I think a lot of people will be put off flying to Thailand with the current world state of affairs. Well, I hope people are not put off by going to Pattaya. I know there's a lot going on in the world at the minute, but a lot of which we can't actually control. Paul ABC, very hard to budget. I had 9,000 baht budget, but when having a good time on Soy 6, it's hard to get carried away. Love the honesty. Love the honesty on the live stream, I really do. You know, you'll get some people who can stick to a budget, or they say can stick to a budget, some of which have not been to Pattaya. I'm not referring to anybody in the live stream, by the way, but, you know, I can budget quite well in England. I don't go out drinking in England. I've had 2 beers in Cornwall since being back, and I've been back over a month, so it's a lot easier. But when alcohol's involved and entertainment and partying's involved, then the sensible budgeting and earning kind of goes out the window. James, moving to Thailand sustainably is challenging but possible. I came over with a retainer contract from a client and built up a small one-man business. After 8 years, I don't drink much now. Fair play to you, James, mate. Well done. There's so many people, inspiring people who've gone out to Thailand and got really good, successful YouTube channels or businesses, or they're running multiple successful bars and they're paying themselves a wage. And fair play, but not everybody can do that. Not everybody's got the initial investment or even the business acumen to be able to do that. So I've chosen a decision which works for me, which is to go to Pattaya on a holiday at the age of 39. I know I look older, but a tough paper round. And to go twice a year. You know, I thought I could go out there and live, but yeah, just not possible. But who knows what the future holds. Andy C, better go in direct if there's only 2 to 3 weeks. James again, I work 6 days a week, 5 to 6 clients I write for a living, so I'm on borrowed time. Maybe my clients value. Scott, okay, price for flights. I've never paid more than 600 in 30 years. Booked 6 months before on Tuesday or Wednesday. Oh, that's interesting. So cheaper flights on a Tuesday and Wednesday according to Scott. I can't even remember what day it was when I booked it. Gavin, never forget to book the raincoats. Well, I think they've got them at 7-Eleven, haven't they? David, a big suitcase every time, empty space to fill. Fair enough. Well, this is it. A lot of people go over to Pattaya and they bring stuff back with them. They go back with more luggage. And it comes back to me saying about Mike Shopping Mall and all the great designer gear that you can buy. When you're here long term, you see the country differently. It's not about the nightlife. Fair enough. Pattaya for me is, you know, the nightlife is a big factor in it. I'm not going to lie. I think if everybody went to sleep at 7 p.m, I don't think I'd be going to Pattaya. But there is more to Pattaya. There is great restaurants, great food, beautiful beaches, lots to do. But the nightlife is why the owl goes to Pattaya. There's no point sugarcoating it, saying I go for the temples, I go for the amazing culture and food. It's all of that stuff, but it's the entertainment, it's the nightlife. There's a reason why we choose Pattaya over Benidorm. They're not even comparable. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments. They're flying through. And my keyboard. Always Skyscanner. Yeah, I mean, I've got a bit more respect for Skyscanner now. Big suitcase. Andy C, exactly how I book. Roly, the rolling robot is in the house. How are you doing, mate? Welcome to the live stream. Go Thailand safer. Ken, I'm 43, living in Cebu. I have a budget of 1,650 euros, is that, per month outside of my condo. I have literally never gone over 1,100 in my 4 years here, and I eat out every day, have a gym, membership and beers. Well, it sounds like Ken is living the dream. And did you choose Cebu, and I'm assuming that's the Philippines, mate, over Pattaya for any other reason? Did you not fancy Pattaya? Brett, can you remember the name of those huge apartment-type rooms you viewed in Pratumnak? I think you said you'd wish you had seen them. Yeah, so I can't remember the name. Well, you'd have to have a look through the vlogs on that one, Brett. But something that you guys, subscribers, did point out afterwards was the electricity is not at government rate. So that puts me off big time. I don't know if it's applicable if you're there on a short-term stay. I don't think you pay the electricity. I don't know. But if the electricity is not at government rate, then there's a danger of that bill being through the roof. So I'm not going to be fooled by a cheap, great value room if the electricity is not at government rate. Thankfully, my condo in Pratumnak, Cozy Beach, was at government rate, and it was cheap. It was maybe 20 quid a month. But I know of some people who are paying hundreds of pounds per month in electricity because it's not a government rate. The other idea you could try is to try and convert live streams into an old school radio style phone show where people call up. Well, it's not a bad idea, James. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do a live phone call on this one, and the signal is shocking. But potentially there's a way of doing something like that. So Tony's got a great question for the group. And if you do have any questions you want me to put to the group, the numbers are climbing. We've almost got 80 people on the live stream. I wonder if we can get to triple numbers. If you can hit the like button, that will really help. And of course, we have a couple of thousand people watch this live stream after the live event. But Tony's put a new question for the group, and that is, here we go. How many times have you been to Pattaya in the last 5 years? Drop it in the comments. How many times have you been to Pattaya in the last 5 years? So I'll start us off. The Owl, I have been 4 times. Drop it in the comments. The last 5 years, interestingly, not the last 40 years. But this question is just the last 5 years. Oh, they're all coming through pretty quick. You're definitely watching then. I know some people have me on in the background while they're hoovering and stuff, but literally within a second, the comments are going crazy. I need to find where I'm up to. And we've got another one there, another question for after this. I'm going to have to write these down. Scott, no more than £600 on either Thai Airways, British Airways, or Direct, or Emirates, KLM, Finnair. Return to Bangkok from Heathrow. Well, if you've never paid more than £600 for a flight to Thailand, Scott, I mean, you've done very well. I mean, I could get under £600 every time, but the connections would be awful. You know, no more than one stop, 2 or 3 hour connecting flight is where I'm at, or a direct. So I know some of the cheap is around 300 quid. It was like a 36-hour layover. I mean, let me know in the comments, mate. If you're getting under £600 every time, you're probably doing something I'm not doing for a decent flight. Lazada. Lazada has good prices on... Okay. Lazada is good for all sorts of stuff, including your condoms, apparently. Scott done well. Me and my Thai wife, £1,200 to return. Fair dues. Rowley, why not live in Bangkok, then go to Pattaya at the weekends? I have heard a lot of people do that. And Bangkok, unbelievably, is cheaper to get a condo. Is that right? Let me know. I've heard it's cheaper to get a condo in Bangkok than it is in Pattaya. Beautiful beaches, LOL. All Spanish holidays are poor these days. I'm done with Spanish holidays. I've had lots of Spanish holidays over the last 35 years, and I'm bored to death of Spanish holidays. What's your favourite nighttime fun? My favourite nighttime is walking down Soy Bacau onto Tree Town, calling at the cave, and then finishing off at Candy Club. That's mine, James. I will return to the answer of your questions in just a second. I haven't forgot. Thing is, you get used to things, so whilst you would party all the time, it become normal after 6 months. Yeah, it could do, mate. It could do, couldn't it? Pattaya is very addictive if you do it properly. James is, I'm curious how people cope with severe hangovers. I remember Nick, Lordo, Scott, Pattaya has great food and drink. 2GP, it's pissing down in Pattaya. Ken, I work in Cebu, worked 3 years in Bangkok, cool. Scott, does not rain in the bars and clubs. Paul ABC, James, what an idea to call in live stream. Yeah, maybe we'll look at that. It won't be able to call on a phone line, as ridiculous as that sounds, because the phone reception is shocking. But in terms of having a WhatsApp number, we could potentially make that work. Bolt is really good. Yeah, if you're in Pattaya, if you're new to Pattaya, to get a taxi, just download the Bolt app. That's a great piece of advice anybody can ever give you. Just use Bolt. Right, so back to the question. How many times have you been to Pattaya in the last 5 years? Mr. Hill, welcome to the live stream. 3 times. Alchemist, 1. Been here 1. Rowley, the rolling robot, has been 12 times in the last 5 years. Really? Tony Travels has been 11 times in the last 5 years. My God, makes my 4 look really tiny, doesn't it? Rowley's now going up to 14. James Wallace about 12. Scott, 5 year, 15 times in 5 years. Andy C, what dates do you go on, Owl? I've not had any dates, mate. I've not had any dates. The only dates I've had is on a live stream, planning my next trip to Pattaya. The hunt at work, none so far, waiting for retirement in 4 years. Fair enough. Have you been to Pattaya at all, the hunt at work? Gavin, your third time is coming up soon. Russ says 4. Joel and Julie has put twice because it's a shithole. I disagree, mate. I disagree. Pattaya is, for me, one of the best places in the world. Hence the name of the channel, PattayaOwl. And I would never describe Pattaya as a shithole. Scott, 3 times a year. Brett Sinclair, 4. Paul ABC came for the first time 10 months ago. This is my 3rd time in 10 months skint now. It does take it out of you financially, doesn't it? You know, I'm averaging 3 or 4 grand per 2-week holiday, and then 8 grand on a 2-month stay. It's insane. I think I've spent nearly £25,000, over £1 million baht on 4 trips to Pattaya. But I might be poorer financially, but I'm definitely wealthier in terms of experiences. It's just absolutely amazing, isn't it? Teapot69, this year was my first time. Excellent. And when are you returning to Pattaya, Teapot? The Rolling Robot, 12 to 14 in Thailand, but not just Pattaya. Too much more to see. Well, fair enough, Rory. Visiting can be addictive. Double Dutchy, been once, April 2024, hoping to be there in October, so we'll make the meetup night. That will be great, mate. And the first meetup night is the 3rd of October. Scott, only 1 stop or direct time booking 6 months before, bud. Fair enough, Scott. Yeah, you're doing really well there to get your flights under £600. And the way you do that is by booking 6 months in advance and using Skyscanner and their fast flights, the fastest flights. So, yeah, take my hat off to you, mate. James, no, John 10 is cheaper. Brett Sinclair, would you take Kuwait Airways for... I don't know, mate. Rolly, doubt it, probably more expensive in Bangkok, and to be fair, lots of nightlife in Bangkok too. I've always found Bangkok nightlife to be more expensive, and even the massages to be more expensive. You know, foot massage at 300 baht rather than 200 baht. But I have seen on the outskirts of Bangkok some fairly cheap condos. But then again, you can get cheap condos on the outskirts of Pattaya. Bang Sarai, for example. Bang Chang. That is really out of the way, but definitely worth a night out in Bang Chang if you haven't. It's a great place, some great bars, and of course you've got Daddy's Kitchen in Bang Chang as well, which is really good, authentic Thai food at affordable prices. Alchemist, Bangkok too busy, no beaches. I like the easy laid-back lifestyle. I prefer Pattaya massively over Bangkok. And the proof's in the pudding. I mean, Jojo will pick me up from the airport and take me straight to Pattaya. I won't be going to Bangkok like I've done before. And that'll be 2 trips where I've not gone into Bangkok. Scott says he's never gone 2 to 3 changes in an airport. Fair dues. James says, I'm trying to get a condo for my girlfriend now. Around 17k a month for a small one. Smaller than your old one in Pratumnak. If further out, can get 13. Yeah, I mean, my advice, mate, and it's up to you if you take it or not. I mean, my condo was 34, 35 square metre. And at times I did feel a little bit too confined. Double that square footage is probably where it needs to be for a condo. So a 60 square metre condo if I was to do it again. And to be fair, the ones I did look at, the other ones I looked at in Pattaya night, the ones with the non-government rate electrical bills, were about 50, 60 square metre, and it feels miles better. Plan ahead is key, Mr. Owl. Book 6 months before minimum. And to be fair, with this flight for October, it's not 6 months, it's a bit less than that, but it's still a great deal. I think it's maybe 3 and a bit months, maybe 4 months. And yeah, 660 direct. I mean, I'm not even bothered if I could beat that by 10 quid, 20 quid. I'm well happy with it. Tony Travel, sorry fella, I'd answer 11 before you said 5 years. Fair dues, mate. I thought 11 in 5 years would be quite a lot. Alchemist, retired here for 1 year now. Big Phil, I wish I could go for the first time each trip. I'm addicted to Pattaya now. Yeah, that first time arriving in Pattaya, I mean, my days, I was overwhelmed. It was in 2023. In fact, it is 2 years ago this week I first landed in Pattaya, because I got a notification up with pictures, and I didn't have a YouTube channel then. I wish I started it back in 2023, but I hadn't started that till 2025. But yeah, it's my 2-year anniversary for going to Pattaya this week. Possibly either today or yesterday. And when I first arrived, I didn't have a bloody clue where to go. Even though I watched lots of vloggers and YouTubers, it didn't look anything like some of the vlogs I'd seen. But you soon acclimatise. After a few days, I was loving it. I knew exactly where to go. James, you could get an internet phone Skype thing. Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. We'll potentially do something like that in the future. I've seen it being done before, where people do like call-ins on the live show. I think that's cool. I think obviously you'll probably get some idiots. But we can always give it a try. We've had a couple of idiots today, and we just get rid of them. Alchemist being retired 1 year. Nice one, mate. Big Phil, read that one. Steve Goodgroove, 10 times in the last 5 years. Wow. Brett, 25k. Sheesh, don't go to Thailand. Yeah, well, this is it, mate. I have spent a lot. Paul ABC, love it, Owl, financially poorer, wealthier in life experiences. That's true. And that, you know, that £25,000, I don't think I've spent it like perfectly well. But, you know, it is what it is. I probably could have done things a little bit tighter and a bit better financially. But, you know, the experience over the last couple of years going to Pattaya has just been immense. Nick Jones, welcome to the live stream. You've been visiting for 25 years. Wow. And I make a point of saying that on all my videos, not all of them, but some of my videos. You know, you guys have been going to Pattaya for many years, you know, 30, 40 years, some of you guys. And I have literally only been going for 2. So it is still very much kind of a new channel, but also I'm new to Pattaya. And I listen to you guys. Okay, we've got another question then. We've got another question. This question has come from James. And here he goes. So let me get the laptop ready, because no doubt your answers will come in pretty quick. So the question is, for the group, from James, what is your budget for a 2-week millionaire Pattaya trip? What is your 2-week budget for to be a 2-week millionaire in Pattaya? Another way of putting it is, how much do you think the Owl should take with you? Because I'm literally going in October for 2 weeks. How much should the budget be? drop it in the comments. And we've got loads of new people joining the live stream. If you've just joined, hit the like button. That'll be massively appreciated, and it'll help us get up the owl algorithm. And of course, if you're one of the couple thousand people who watch it after, a big hello to you. So that's the latest question. How much does the owl need for 2 weeks in Pattaya? Interesting one. I'm going to hold back on my answers to that because I kind of know what I've spent consistently in a 2 week period. So I'm going to see if it matches up to what you guys think. Thanks for the question, James. I appreciate your contribution to the live show as well. So Nick Jones has put 2 weeks, £3,000. Rowley, Bangkok is amazing. Double Dutchy, 2 week for a good time. It'd say £3,000 to £4,000. I'll probably go with £3,000 to £4,000. If you can include the flight in that, so say it was 4,000 minus 600, I would say around about £3,400 for hotels and entertainment. Minimum. Big Phil, I don't have a budget. Obviously take money, but have money to transfer as I need to. Well, I'm going to be going over there. I mean, obviously I'll have a rough idea of what I've got, but I'm not going to be worrying about my budget. I'm going to be blowing out every single day. And some nights I might want a quiet one. And a quiet one in Thailand is still fun, but it might be a quiet one where I don't spend a ridiculous amount of money. Bangkok is one of the best capital cities in the world. I don't disagree with that. 2 weeks, 5,000 including flights and hotel. I can't disagree with that. I mean, I'm saying 3 to 4. I think anything less than that is going to, you're not going to be living like a millionaire on holiday. Anything over 4,000, like 5,000, bloody hell, you really are going to be a millionaire for 2 weeks. Stephen, 2,500, 2 weeks, good budget for you. Yeah, fair enough, mate. But once you take off your hotels off that and your flights, is that your entertainment budget, is it? Because that would make a bit more sense if it was. Oh, yeah, you've literally just put that's on entertainment. Yeah, cool. So with your hotels and flight, then you're up to about 3.5. And that's where I'm at. So in terms of actual spend on entertainment, yeah, 2.5. You can have fun on that, can't you? Let's say. Yeah, Bangkok is amazing. Rooftop restaurants. Bangkok is amazing. No one said it isn't. It really is a fantastic city. I prefer to go on holiday to Pattaya. Bangkok is amazing. Right, where are we up to? Scott, as long as you're flexible on Skyscanner, you can put on the search exactly what flights you want, no more than 16 hours, look at the charts, green dates, yeah, absolutely, mate. Nick Jones, 3K, entertainment only. Nomyai Inspector, welcome to the live stream, hope you've had a great week. Good evening, Mr. Owl, good evening. Wayne, been travelling to Pattaya for the last 35 years, wow. Spend more than £1,000 a week. You're just giving your money away. Fair enough. I'm having a great time, to be fair, mate. You're doing well, multitasking, zapping the trolls and doing stream. Fair play to you. Thank you, mate. Yeah, we've not got any moderators. No moderators. We've had a couple of idiots tonight, and I've got rid of them. As well as speaking to you guys, it's all part of the fun and entertainment. And we've been on 1 hour and 20 minutes, and we'll carry on. If you can hit the like button, that will help the owl algorithm. Sean the Prawn, welcome to the live stream. Are you a monger? What how would you define a monger? Brett Sinclair first went in 2009. I first went to Hong Kong in 2009. The beer now is exactly the same price now as it was then, about 60 baht. Oh, really? But I bet you the conversion's massively different. I think it used to be 70 odd to the baht, something like that. Imagine that. Imagine 70, 80 to the pound. Scott 5k, Tony travels between 200 and 250 a day. Steve Goodgroove 4,000, Nick Jones 3,000 plus hotel and flight. We could probably take an average from what you guys are saying here of around 2.5 to 3.5 on entertainment. You could link it to a community chat and could vote. Yeah, great input today, James Wallace, mate. Lots of great ideas to have on future live streams to make them better and more interesting. Of course. I'll look into all of them. Nom Yai, so you're not going for your 40th? No, I'm not going to Pattaya for my 40th. I highly considered it, but it came down to money, flights, and I'm really happy with the deal in October. Gives me a little bit more time to save. I seriously considered going to Pattaya in August for my 40th, but I couldn't make it work. I couldn't make the numbers work. I couldn't find a cheap enough flight either, which is all part of the equation. Teapot 69, the owl algorithm, LOL. Absolutely. It's amazing, like, you guys commenting and just hitting that little like button really does help boost the live stream. I think we've had about 80 on so far today. The record's 172, but that was in Pattaya. The timings make a difference because we have a lot of people watching from all over the world. I might actually film a vlog after this. I'm getting a few ideas. This is what tends to happen, is I do a live stream and then I get an idea for a vlog and then I go into the conservatory and start filming. In fact, on one of my most recent videos, I actually said, I've just come off a live stream into the vlog. You guys inspire me to do the vlogs. Paul ABC spends after hotel and flights 10,000 baht a day, which is what, 250 quid a day. Some days more or less. James Wallace, when I did a 2-week trip, I budgeted 3 to 4k. Yeah. Some people think we might be crazy, but that's the sort of money you need to enjoy yourself in Pattaya. That is the reality. You can't just go there and sit in. It's not like Benidorm where you might pay 1,000 for all inclusive. Get your breakfast and your dinner and your tea and you stay in the. Not for me. David Hone, welcome to the live stream. Going for a month for Xmas flight, 1,500 hotel, pretty good. 1,000 and 4,000 spends, total 6,500. Fair play to you, mate. I had a great time at Christmas. Obviously, you're paying a little bit more for your flights and hotel, but you want to go at Christmas, mate, and when you're there, it's a cracking atmosphere. It really is. Nom Yai, £200 a day is enough. Row it, 90k baht, but I don't drink ridiculous amounts after hotel and flight. Big Phil, budget is such a random thing. Can fly economy or first class, 5-star or budget? Well, this is it, mate. So the owl, I tend to stay in kind of mediocre 4-star hotels. Your Holiday Inn on Soybecow as opposed to the Hilton, but then I won't stay in an absolute shithole. So I'm somewhere in the middle. Majority of the time I'll fly economy. Occasionally I've done a cheap upgrade to business, but flying business is not a necessity for me. So I'm by no means a luxury traveller. Economy and a decent, clean hotel will do me. James, I doubt you will have too many quiet ones. I will just watched a bunch of your videos. Remember you saying you went out 19 out of the 21st nights in Pattaya. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, this next trip, I'll be out every night. Every single night. There's something to do every night. Even if you're that hungover, you can't possibly have another beer. You can still go for a great oil massage, foot massage, a beautiful meal at the Robin Hood. If you don't want Thai food, you can have some proper, decent grub, some Western food, and then just go for a walk, you know, up Soy Diana, onto Bacau. You don't even have to partake in more drinking. But I can't think of anything worse of just going back to the hotel room and calling it a night too early. I think at least if you're having a quiet one, stay out until maybe midnight. But you're right, James. There won't be quiet nights on the trip. Scott, Pattaya, Phuket, Bangkok, all the islands, perfect, and so much to see in Thailand. There is. I don't disagree with that. There's a lot of places to see in Thailand. Definitely, I've seen bits and bobs of it, but Pattaya is my favourite place. Pattaya is my channel on YouTube, but I will venture out at some point and I will have a look at Phuket, Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, Koh Samui, Koh Samet, all of them places. Excuse me a minute. It's warm. At Biriam have a good nightlife apparently, according to Rory, never been. Nick Jones, 73 baht, 25 years ago, amazing value. What's it at the minute? Big Phil, I used to have a little side trip from Pattaya midweek for a couple of nights somewhere. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've been to Bang Chang, Koh Lan, Hua Hin. So I have flown and gone to different places, not literally on an aeroplane, you know, on a bus to Hua Hin, on a speedboat to Koh Lan, and then actually on the Owl, on the motorbike to Bang Chang, and that was a good day. But I've never done like a domestic flight from Bangkok to, say, Phuket or Krabi. These are all places I would like to see, but who knows what the future holds. I have that much fun in Pattaya. You know, I do a lot of filming for the channel in Pattaya. I'm not in a major rush to get out of Pattaya when I'm there. I mean, I'll be travelling 7,000 miles to get to Pattaya. The last thing I want to do is leave Pattaya and go onto a plane to Krabi or Phuket or Chiang Mai or Chiang Rai. Brett, when I went in 2009, the rate was only 55, so roughly only 10 baht more now. So many great holiday destinations in Thailand, agree. Follow-up question. Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question, James, mate. It's a good question. So let's just say a 7-day week, Monday to Sunday. You're in Pattaya. How many of them nights do you go out on a heavy one? You know, we're talking a full-on Bacau metro, stumbling past Bronx Pizza at 2, 3 a.m. Maybe trying to shove a chicken chow mein in your gob at 3 a.m. on Soy Lenki, how many of them heavy nights where you feel it in the morning, your head's going to explode, do you actually have on a 7-day week? That's the question. James has asked it. Pop it in the comments. Out of 7 days, how many of them do you have a heavy 3 a.m. nighter? And be honest. Don't, if you can't do it every night, just be honest, because I can't do it every night. I cannot do 7 nights full on till 3 a.m. I almost need a full on night. Ease off the second night. Cheeky milkshake, maybe a few beers, and then I can go on it again. There needs to be a gap in between. So I'm going to say about 3 heavy ones a week out of the 7. It'd be interesting to see what you guys say. I wonder if there's going to be somebody who says I can do it for 7. Then you're an absolute machine. Oh, we've not had any more idiots on the live stream since I got rid of them too. Cheers for the question again, James. David Hone. First trip in 89, early 2000s. Baht crashed. Got 80 baht to the pound. Wow. Andy Chatterton, welcome to the live stream, mate. Going for 2 weeks on Sunday. We'll have a great time. Safe flight. 4K is what you're taking. Daniel Cullen, evening out. Good evening. Well, Sean the Prawn, mate. I mean, if you want to call, if it's cool to be a monger, then so be it. Yeah, monger it is. What I do know is I love Pattaya. And I actually love that song as well, that Pattaya. Get yourself to Candy Club. They play that live. Hello, Owl. Papu Ponte here. 3,000 to 4,000 pounds seems right. You have already bought your ticket. True. Are contemplating a very long stay down the line. No, I've learnt my lesson, mate. I'm going there on a holiday in October. I'm aiming to get back out there in January. When I'm here in England, I'm knuckling down, I'm earning, and that's making them trips possible. If I was to ever decide to take the leap to move to Pattaya again, my God, am I going to do it right the second time? I'm not one for making the same mistake twice. And I mean multiple income streams, maybe a business in England that's paying me a wage. I don't know. But the option I've chose at the minute is working. So much so I'm on my way to Pattaya. We're counting down the days. There's 100 days until the next trip. But thank you for the question, mate. I'm trying to catch up with you all. Bear with. The live stream's going crazy. Well, I am catching up. If you don't mind hitting the like button, that will help the owl algorithm. We seem to be getting busier. Frank Travels, hi, mate. Welcome to the live stream. I do like your little hi and then the owl emoji. That's cool. Yeah, sounds good, Gavin, mate. Can't wait to check it out myself as well. Oh, Mr. Egg's in the house. How are you doing, buddy? Hope all is well with Run Runner. Where am I up to with the comments? This laptop is meant to be making it easier. It is the shittest laptop ever. Oh, there we are. Ratical, late to the party. Have I missed the poll questions? We've done a few questions. The latest question is how many out of the 7 nights are going to be heavy, messy nights, like 3 in the morning I'm going to get round to the answers in a minute. I'm just playing catch up on my shit laptop. Nick Jones, 10 times in the last 5 years. Stay 2 months at a time. Spot on, mate. That sounds really good. Scott going, oh, you need to £200 a day. Jim McDonald, have you booked your hotels? No, I haven't, but that may be happening this evening. I am going to be doing a vlog. I think I'm going to film after this live stream. I tend to like filming after live streams. So there might be a vlog out soon. But I've not booked the hotels yet. But I usually use booking.com with free cancellation. Nick Jones, Thai Airways, very good value at the moment. £650 for the next month. Yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed with Thai Airways. $660 I've paid for a return flight in October. And if you've not checked out them vlogs after this live stream, check them out. Steve, good grief, I think it does matter when you go to Thailand. I think it does matter when you go to Thailand. It's good all the time, every night. It's a Saturday night. Yeah, I agree, mate. It is, you can go to Pattaya whenever, right? I obviously want it to be busy because I've got friends who are bar owners and I want them to be busy. But I don't mind if I go there and it's kind of low season and quiet. I don't mind because I'm not there before the YouTube channel, I wasn't there for the other tourists, but now it's about meetup nights and meeting subscribers as well. So I want you guys to come to Pattaya. My preference would be you guys come in October when I'm there so you can come to the meetup night. But it's true, every night can be a Saturday night in Pattaya. Brett, have you been to Excite Club or Club La Poste? I haven't, mate. No, I haven't. Scott, yes, you don't travel all that way to stay in. Get out every day and night. Absolutely. I've said hello to Farang Travels. Right, we're catching up. I've said hello to Mr. Egg. Row with the rolling robot. Easy for me to say. Goes out one night, one heavy night out of 7. That is a surprise robot. Oh, he's just put maybe 2, actually. Maybe 2. I thought being a robot, you might get out all 7 nights, Rory. Big Phil, full on all trip. Scott, when I was single, it would have been 7 heavy nights out of 7. Gavin, going to ring that bell. Just on ringing the bell, when you ring the bell in a bar in Pattaya, are you buying the staff a drink or are you buying all the staff and all the customers in the bar a drink as well? Let me know in the comments, because if it is just the staff, I'd be more inclined to ring the bell. Daniel, every other night when I was going out there, yeah, that's where I'm at. My body couldn't cope with full-on 3 a.m.s every night. If that makes me a wimp, so be it. Scott, now married, so I go out 1 in 3. Big Phil, what's anyone's shortest trip to Thailand? I've been for 8 nights. Yeah, mine was 2 weeks and that was short, and I have got another short one coming up. It's not long enough. I couldn't imagine going for 8 nights, but I understand why a lot of you guys have to do it, because, like me, you're working and you can only get so many days off. And if that's the difference between going to Pattaya and not going to Pattaya, then you go for 8 days. Be more, will you be in Pattaya in September? No, October, mate. Keith Kelly says I can definitely do 7. Nick Jones, 3 nights out at the 7. Be more, I'm looking forward to meeting you at the Cave. Spot on, mate. 8 p.m. on the 3rd of October at the Cave. And I can't wait to meet you all in there, but also meet Rinda and the team. Such a great place. If I was out there now, I think most nights I'd probably be in the Cave. Be more does all day, every day, 1 month. GCLDN, welcome to the live stream, mate. Evening all, 105 days until, not that I'm counting down the days. Well, it sounds like you're going to be over there when I'm over there, mate. So it looks like we've got another person going to the live, the meetup, the live meetup. Of course, it's a live meetup. Peter J, medium, wrecked most nights when on holes, fully wrecked every now and again. Fair dues, mate. Tony travels first week every night and then start to take several days off the following weeks. Yeah, give the body chance to recover. Scott, restaurants and drinks with the wife also. No, I never stay in. Gunship, Simon's in the house. Hello, mate. Hi, Mark. Just got home from work. I hope you're keeping cool. Yes, I'm doing my best to keep cool, mate. I've got my towel to keep the sweat off because it is warm. It's about, I think the thermometer just there is saying it's about 27 degrees inside with no aircon. I've got my water. So I am, mate. Hope you're well and enjoy that brown sauce. David Hahn, first 3 days full on, then slow right down. Yeah, I think the body does start to say it's time to slow down at some point. Up the Monga and Monk Massive. Be More, you have a very unique channel. I've seen many channels on Pattaya. Your channel is like the Sesame Street of Pattaya. Oh, thank you, mate. You break it down, even for a child to understand. It's beautiful. Well, thank you, Bimo. I'll take that as a compliment. You can only present things how you naturally present it. If that comes across like a silly TV presenter, I do apologise, but I quite enjoy popping up from the camera and popping in from different directions and asking people what are they doing there when they're in the fridge. I enjoy doing it. Find where we're up to with the comments. Non-Yai Inspector, out every night, stay off the shots. I just keep to beers anyway. I don't know about you guys. James Wallace, last June, I was with an old mate from the UK, did 4 out of 4, but I was ill for a week. Can't take reckless anymore. I drink 1 or 2 times per month now. Boring, but happy with the girlfriend and the cat. Fair enough. It's good how a lot of you guys know each other now. Bit of a community. You've got Rory, the robot, talking to Sean the prawn, and Scott. Scott talking to Non-Yai Inspector. Like it. Gary's in the house. Welcome to the live stream, mate. Hi, hope you're well. As you are in the north. No, I've flown from Manchester many times, mate. But I like going direct from Heathrow. I wasn't even aware you could fly direct to Thailand from Manchester, but yeah, I do like going down to London and flying from Heathrow. It's become a bit of a routine, and it's about 2.5 hours away. James, has the delayed return to Pattaya giving you more runway to beef up that 2-week millionaire budget? I think the fact it's in October, James, yeah, I think that, you know, October gives me more time to earn. If it was in August, I'd still have a blowout, but it'd be more comfortable in October. It gives me more chance to earn and save and therefore have money to spend in Pattaya in October. So, yeah, the delayed return's only a good thing financially. It was getting that balance between wanting to return tomorrow, but then actually doing it when it's right financially, and also getting a good deal. Getting a good deal on flights is going to be my priority every single time now, because I have been that person who's paid over the odds for a ticket. and I don't want to be that person again. Mr. Hill, yeah, Thai Airways got some good deals at the minute. I'm going to Xmas from Dublin, £800. £800 from Ireland. Agoda is very good for hotels, according to James. I use Booking.com and I'm very happy with Booking.com, but I have heard of Agoda, and a lot of people use it. GC LDM, my flight in October cost £522. That's Qatar Airways, 2-hour layover in Doha. Then we go. I mean, £522 is a very, very good price for a 2-hour layover. Great flight. Nice one, mate. Peter J, I'm hoping to be in Pattaya in October. Brilliant. Well, I tell you what, there's been a lot of people on the live stream tonight who are going to be there for the first meetup in a while at the cave. I actually had an email off a subscriber midweek saying he's purposely booking his flight to be there so he can come to the meetup on the 3rd of October. And I'm like, that's great, but make sure that is a time when you want to come to Pattaya. You've got to do what's right for you guys, not just following the channel. And I know that 99% of you will do a holiday when it's right for you and around your work commitments, not when PattayaOwl's out there. That'd be insane. Mr. Hill, there's usually 2 bells, one for staff and one for all. Interesting. Darren C, some bars have a bell for the staff and one for everyone. Yeah, that's, knowing me, I'd probably ring the wrong bell. I mean, I don't mind ringing a bell and buying all the staff a drink, but if you're buying everyone in the bar, I mean, that could be quite pricey, couldn't it? Jim MacDonald, I believe the bell ring is all the staff, including bar staff and the mama-san, etc. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Karen Slater, good evening. Welcome to the live stream, Karen. Hope you're well. Rowley says, I think if you ring the bell, it depends on the bar. Sometimes just for girls, sometimes... Yeah, and it's a bit embarrassing if you have to then go up to, before you ring the bell, and just clarify the terms and conditions. You know, if I ring this bell in a minute, does that mean I'm buying everyone a drink in the bar or just the staff? For me, I'd do it if just to make sure, but it's a little bit embarrassing. I think the idea is you just ring the bell and look a bit cool for a moment. Has anybody actually done that? Has anyone on the live stream actually rang a bell in a bar in Pattaya? Let me know in the comments. And what happened? Did you have to buy everyone in the bar a drink? Or was it just the staff? Or was it literally everyone? With all this talk on budget, could you live like a millionaire if you had 8k a month living there full time? What, £8,000? £8,000 a month? You could live like a king in Pattaya. Are you talking about £8,000 a month? AC Pat. I can't read your username. I do apologise. AC Pat Slides. If you're talking about £8,000 a month, then you could be a king in Pattaya. I think I worked out that you would need, I can't remember what I said now, 2.5 to 3 grand entertainment. Yeah, 3 to 4 grand a month, so 8 grand would be double that. Very good. Sean the Prawn, Barry the Boss says is lurking on every Pattaya live stream. Do you listen to the... yeah, I do tune into some of the other live streams. Not every YouTuber does them though, do they? But yeah, I do jump on other live streams. Sometimes I'm kind of working, so I might catch 5 minutes and then watch it on repeat. Like, I mean, on here, like I said, we get a couple of thousand people watching it after the event as well, as and when I can. So I do watch other live streams when I can, but I'm not always there when it's live. Rory, I only ring the bell if only one staff. That is hilarious. So Roly the rolling robot will ring the bell if there's just one member of staff. Well, that's the way to do it. That way you can tick it off your bucket list that you've rang the bell in a bar in Pattaya when they just had one member of staff and no one else in the bar. Big Phil, I would ask the Mama Sam before ringing the bell and tell her it's only for the staff. Yeah, but do people in the bar expect a drink? As in, like, the punters. Scott, I never go to Thailand less than 14 nights. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm not going for 14 nights, I think. It's 13 nights. But yeah, it is what it is. Be more Ron, I'm leaving. I'm leaving in late September. I wish I would have known. Had you been there in October, I would have changed my dates. Well, this to meet the famous PattayaOwl. It makes me sad. Well, thank you, mate. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or you're being serious. But if you can change your plans, it would be nice to meet you, mate. I do like it when people come up to me and say, I am this person off YouTube. I am, for example, Roly the rolling robot, and come and shake my hand. Or the infamous copy and paste who we've not seen for many weeks. I'd love it if copy and paste came up to me and shook my hand and said, hi, I am copy and paste. Right, so we've been on the live stream 1 hour and 51 minutes and 39 seconds. If you can hit the like button, that'll really help the algorithm. I'm going to stay on till we get past the 2 hour mark, so it's your 9-minute warning. If you've got any more comments and questions, and I'll finish off getting through the questions here, then now's the time to do it. Fire away. Jim McDonald, unless you're feeling particularly generous and/or rich, probably best to avoid ringing the bell. Yeah. B More says, I'm not rich, I deliver pizzas for a living. Bangkok Bound's in the house. Hello, he's put hello, Mongers. Hello, Bangkok Bound. Welcome to the live stream. You're joining us late, mate, but it's always good to have Bangkok Bound on a live stream. And I know some other YouTubers like you as well, mate. Well, you never know, Robot. We haven't got any moderators on here. You know, Roly the rolling robot could be a future moderator. I mean, I do struggle to say your username. I slur my words a little bit on that one, but you know, having a robot as a moderator would be quite cool. It'd be good to meet you, mate. If you let us know when you're next in Pattaya, or maybe you're there at the minute, if you can get over. And I always like to meet a moderator face to face, because ultimately they're getting involved in the channel. And yeah, it'd be good to meet you for a beer, mate. B-More, what's the longest flight you've ever had to Pattaya? I once did it in 32-hour flight. I take it that's a lot of that time was on the ground waiting to get on another flight. I've not really done longer than, I mean, I've done 2 6-hour flights roughly, the Dubai connection, and I've done direct Thai Airways and Eva Air from London. So going there 10.5 hours, 11 at the most, and then coming back, it's like 12 to 13 hours. So I'd probably say 13 hours getting from Bangkok back to Pattaya. Well, it's been a good live stream. We've had lots of poll questions again. I'll get more poll questions for the next live stream. We've had about 87 to 90 people on the live, so it's not our record, but it's still a decent live. Quality over quantity. If you can hit the like button, that'd be great. I'm on for another 6 minutes. I'm not sure when the next live stream will be, but I'll try and do at least one a week. You never know. I might throw one in Sunday. We'll see, but it'll likely be next week. And I'm hoping to get a vlog your way soon. I think it's been 4 or 5 days since the last vlogs, and the last vlogs have done all right. They've done all right. You know, to get the 5,000 views on a video while being in England is not too bad for a new channel. So we'll take that one. Andres going to Thailand in July 22nd, 5 nights, YN 3 nights, and then 13 nights in Pattaya. Brilliant stuff, mate. Really good. I'm a big fan of YN, or Who It In, however you put it. I do apologise. Really good place. And 13 nights in Pattaya is, that should be fun. That should be fun. Jim McDonald, seems strange to hear the price from Dublin was 800. When I was checking prices, return fare from Dublin was around 100 cheaper than the 600 from Heathrow. Be More had a 10-hour layover without layover, 22 hours in Washington DC. Oh wow. Paul ABC, I'm behind the stream. In 7 days I have a minimum of 2 big ones, maximum of 3 in 7. Fair play, mate. Fair play. 3 out of 7 is probably where I'm at as well. Jim McDonald, the APD tax from the UK, long-haul flights. Gary, what's your weight now? I'm a slim guy, but even I've maintained 15 stone 3, which is not good. I need to be 14 stone 3 for me to be really comfortable and be able to move around, and I feel much better at 14.3. I'm sure the doctor would prefer me at 12 stone 3. But yeah, 15.3. The good thing about that is that was my weight in Pattaya when I weighed myself in Mike's shopping mall. So I've not gone to like 13.8 or 16 stone, but I've not lost any either. So I am going to try and lose a few pounds before I make the return to Pattaya, just so I can fit on the camera. That'd be ideal. Rowit says he's not too tight to ring the bell. We was only joking, mate. He also says 8k a month living anywhere. You can live like a king. Absolutely. Live in London like a king on £8,000 per month. How are you earning that? Sean the Prawn, cheap drivers ring the bell every night. Keith Kelly, yep, plenty of times just for staff. Gary, hit the like button. Thank you, mate, for encouraging people to hit the like button. That it really does help the channel. It's really good. I guess I should clarify, what would you have retired there and live like a king per month if 8k is a bit extravagant? £4,000 a month. Realistically, doing it on 1,000 ain't going to cut it. Doing on 2,000, you'll always be short. Doing it on 3,000 is manageable, but you want to be comfortable, then yeah, £4,000 a month. So not quite the 8 you were saying, but half that. What was your biggest bar bill? Mine was 12,700 baht. That's not mine. This is BMO's Viking Bar in Udon Thani. Never been there. I was definitely ringing the bell there. I had many 10,000 plus nights. I think my biggest bill at a bar, honestly, is probably around couple of thousand baht, so about 40 quid. I don't remember seeing a bill any more than that figure. I've certainly never had one at 10,000 baht. So yeah, that's in an individual baht. Obviously across the night I've spent more than that, but in an individual baht I don't think I've ever had a bin over 2,000 baht. Steve, flying out this Sunday. Spot on, mate. Sounds good. Be more, but I can only spend 10,000 if they let me live stream there. James Owl, would you ever like to run your own Pattaya bar? And if so, what would it be called? Well, if I had the funds to be able to run a bar, I'd call it after the YouTube channel, either PattayaOwl or The Owl or something along them lines. But I can't see that happening unless major financial changes, win the lottery, because it's a tough gig running a bar in Pattaya. It's a real tough gig, and having a YouTube channel can help that bar, but it isn't necessarily going to make it a success. It can just help it. And I've got zero experience in bar management, retail management, yeah, but not bar management. But I would stick the channel behind it, and it'd be the Owl Bar. I'm surprised no one's actually got a bar called the Owl Bar already. It's quite a cool name. Double Dutchy, great live stream, Owl. Like button smash, mate. Thank you. And a big thank you to everybody who has watched the live stream live, commented, answered the poll questions, or put questions for polls, questions to us all. And I will have some questions prepared for the next live stream as well as taking your questions. You seem to like it when we ask a question to the group, to all of you. It's good fun. And yeah, I can't believe we've actually done 2 hours, 1 minute and 14 seconds. It flies by. Temperature's dropped a little bit. I'm not using the towel to wipe the sweat off my head. So more vlogs to come. Obviously the Pattaya trip to come in October. Weekly live streams. Might fit in another one this weekend, but if I don't, not to worry. The next one will be next weekend or thereabouts. And I'll make sure I've got through all the questions. Yeah, if you want to put your goodbyes and thanks, I'd appreciate that. So we've got a few people here. Great live stream. Thank you, mate. Gary Cook, evening, Mark. Keep it going, mate. Really nice, cool live. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Paul ABC, 4,000. You think 3K English would be enough? Surely. Less Robin Hood and Beefy. Yeah, it's doable, mate, on £3,000, definitely. Cambodia, I'd love to check that out. Crawl 81, I work 3 weeks on, 3 weeks off in the North Sea, and I have been living in Chiang Mai for about a year now. Fly back to Thailand in 2 weeks and heading straight to Pattaya for a few nights. And a blowout, good on you, mate. Sounds like you've earned that blowout as well. Railway, 2,500, I think a month would be live. Yeah, it's all doable there or thereabouts, isn't it? 2,500 to 3,500 to £4,000. Anything less than that, it just isn't gonna cut it. You know, earning £1,000 off YouTube isn't gonna work. Gary, £4,000 a month to live in Thailand, really discipline and cut your cloth code makeup. Yeah, so Gary's more at 2,500, and you know, it's not far off. I think anything less than that, it becomes difficult. Gary, the Owl Bar would be a hoot, absolutely. Jim McDonald, cheers, Mark. Stay healthy. I'll try my best. Great live stream. Thank you. Much appreciated. And thanks to everyone who's watched it. And of course, if you're watching this live stream afterwards, because I know a couple of thousand of you do, a big hello. Your support means the world. Jim McDonald, last minute curious question. Do you smoke? No. Have I smoked in the past? Yeah, but I don't smoke. Do you have any opinions on smoking in the bars? I don't have any strong opinion. I don't think you can in Pattaya. You just go with it. Forget what the saying is, but you can't be overly precious on these things. Just go with it, relax, enjoy yourself. If you don't like a bar, go to another one. It's my view on it. Selfishly, I prefer it if there wasn't smoking in the bar, but a lot of these bars have extractor fans and stuff. But yeah, no strong opinion on it. Of course, I prefer smoke in the bars not to be there, or my clothes to smell of smoke. But when I've had a few, I've been known to have the odd cheeky cigarette, so it is what it is. But I'm not a smoker. I might have an occasional one when I've had a drink. GCLDN, what will be the first restaurant you'll visit for your proper meal when you land in Pattaya? Probably the Robin Hood or Smash Burgers for me. Right, well, for me, it will be the Avenue. So I land in the morning, I'll be in Pattaya about lunchtime, and I'll be heading over to Eat Street, and I'll be having a chicken, pad thai, and a pork pow. And then in the evening, I will probably have my first evening meal at the Robin Hood, because I love the place. It's great. Even the Thai food at the Robin Hood is delicious. The chicken panang is like, oh my days. It's creamy, but it's like a darker creamy sauce. It really is delicious. I love the Robin Hood, and Max and the team in there over the last 2 years have been fantastic. James Wallace, bravo, well done, Owl. Looking forward to the Owls Pattaya phone in. Yeah, thank you, James Wallace. I think it's potentially the first time you've been on one of my live streams, mate, but if not, lots of great contribution and questions and poll questions. So yeah, please come along on the next one. Not sure when it'll be, but it's usually within a week. There's a number of bars in Pattaya where you're not allowed to smoke. Robin Hood is my favourite. Quality is amazing. Max, a celebrity chef before on Belgian TV. Oh, really? Never knew that. He's a good guy, Max. Like him. Always makes the effort to come over and shake your hand. And he allowed me to do my live stream, my first ever live stream from the Robin Hood Tavern. Even though it's not meant to be filming in the Robin Hood, he found a little corner where I wasn't getting anyone in. And if you've not seen that out, if you go onto the live playlist and go to the oldest, you'll see the first live stream. I think I'm like this, and I'm just about getting my head in the screen, and it was a big hitter numbers wise. It was really good. Right, everyone. So I'm at the bottom of the comments. This laptop has been awful today in terms of keeping up with your comments, but I've gone through them all. I've answered them all. Thanks for everyone who's joined in the live stream. More vlogs to come, more live streams to come. Your support means the world. And the next trip is coming up. Pattaya. So whatever you're doing this weekend, if you're working, perhaps you've got the weekend off, whatever it is, enjoy it. Have a great time. If you're in Pattaya, make the most of it. And let us know how you get on. Let's just make sure this hasn't crashed on here. Oh yeah, we're still live. Right, so any last questions, comments or goodbyes, pop it in now. I'll stay on for another minute and then I'll go. And have a great weekend, everyone. Have a great weekend. I might actually do a little bit of weeding in the back garden. That's how exciting my Friday night's going to be. GCLDN, favourite drink is Singar. Not Chang. I don't actually like Chang, to be honest with you. It used to be Tiger, which is from Singapore, but yeah, Singar. Shauna Prawn, no, Real Madrid is not my team, mate. I'm an Oldham Athletic fan. This is just because I like the shirt, good quality shirt from Mike Shopping Mall. But I don't follow any team in the Premier League. In fact, Oldham have now gone back up into the Football League from the National League. They won the playoff final. So, yeah, I don't follow any big Premier League club. But I do love the football shirts from Mike Shopping Mall. If you've not checked out the latest vlogs, I'm sure a lot of you have, then check them out. It's discussing my decision to go to Pattaya on holiday. There's 2 vlogs, actually, released at similar times, a day apart. You inspire me, my friend. Do you take calls? I don't, mate, but if you're in Pattaya, by all means, come out and see me at a meetup night. That would be fantastic. Or keep commenting and asking questions on the live shows, mate. That is the best way. And one day soon, I might do a live call on the live stream like it was suggested today via Skype. So we'll figure something out. But yeah, I do appreciate your kind words, mate. Dream and Vision, I was in Pattaya in May for the first time, looking to book for October for my birthday. Found a £650 flight with Thailand Airways. Well, you might be on the same flight as me, mate. Hope you can come out in October. Right, I'm going to perhaps get a little bit of a bite to eat and do some gardening. I've enjoyed the live show, and thank you. If you can, please hit the like button, share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.